Hey guys! Okay, so first thing I have to apologize for is, yes, I'm on the roof! I'm gonna die! Second thing is, my eyebrows are really black right now, and there is an explanation for that, but I'm not gonna get into that. Just know it's not my natural eyebrow color. Okay, so I tend to do my best thinking on the roof, and I've come up with a little list for student presentation number 4, I think it is. Are we on number 4? Yeah. Student presentation number 4. And it's 5 things you would like modern high schoolers to know about the Constitution. So, my first one is, sorry, my list is down here, so I'm going to be looking down here, not right here. My first one is that, like, the first principle some teenagers these days need to know, like, about the Constitution, about the government, is natural rights. Natural rights, they're the rights given to us from a higher power, such as God, like God-given rights. They are the rights like life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Yeah, those are rights that come from God, not from like the government. The government cannot give you the right to live. That is not the government's job, and it's also not in their power. Second is that the Constitution is the supreme law of the land. It's not the courts, not the Supreme Courts, it's not the president. The Constitution is the supreme law of the land, and I think that teenagers these days need to know that about the Constitution. Like, my dad's home! Anyways, like, yeah, they need to know that. My train of thought totally just crashed and burned. The third thing, I think modern teenagers... Oh, I said it again, modern teenagers. Shh. The third thing I think teenagers these days need to know about the Constitution, about the government, is that the people maintain their own freedom. That's our job. Our job is to maintain the freedom. Our freedom. We can't, go to Mexico and be like, hey, Mexico, the government's kind of overreaching. Come fix it. We have to do that. What am I on? Number 4? Number 4 is the government needs to be less powerful. In the Constitution, it like specifically says multiple times, I should have got the reference, dang it, but they say limited government, and that's what it needs to be. We can't have a free country if our government is doing everything for us. That's not freedom. Freedom is where you're not held up. There's no ceiling, but there's also no floor. Like, so we can't have the government there to lift us up, because if they're there to lift us up, they're also there with their ceiling on top. And number 5 is probably, I should have probably made this one a little more exciting. It's kind of like my least exciting one. But local control. The government should not have a say, really, in what you do in your own city, like where you live, I believe. They should, be their little federal level thing that we go to when we need help with federal level type things, and they shouldn't be here in, your city watching you sleep like Santa Claus. Sorry, that was totally messed up. But, yeah, okay. So, those are the 5 principles from the Constitution or about the government that I think every modern day teenager needs to know. So,